Hi, my name is Ann Carollo, and I am the owner of Gulf Coast Dance Center. Today, we're going to learn how to do the universal dégagé combination 8844221111. I want to introduce you to a very common universal dégagé combination that will be done pretty much in any ballet class. Whether you're an absolute beginner through professional, this combination is done. It's the quickest, fastest, dirtiest way to get your feet warm, your body warm. But a lot of times, because it's done so many places and it is so easy, it's not really broken down. So let's break it down. What is the combination? So the combination is to work in first, facing the back of the bar, and the pattern is 8844221111. And that's literally what a teacher will say. Okay, let's do this dégagé combination 8844221111, and everyone's like, what? So let's talk about it. First of all, we're going to shift, knowing that our weight is over, and we do 8 dégagés on the right. So we'd have 8 dégagés. I'm going to go through this so we can get to the nitty gritty. We would do 8 on the left. We would do 4 dégagés on the right, 4 dégagés on the left, and we would get to the final where we have 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 1, 1, 1. Pretty simple, right? Not really. What I have found with this combination in particular is that I actually spend time on the musical aspect more than the technical aspect. Once someone has the music side of it and the rhythm, then we can start breaking down more of the technical. Music has what we call a downbeat. So that would be the 1. So you would say 1, 2, 3, 4. In dance, we typically count in 8s. So that would be our downbeat or our accent. What that looks like with our hands is, again, our sound is the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of the ways that I like to teach this is actually what's happening in your hands also happens in your feet. So if your hands are together, you can't make a downbeat or a clap or a sound unless your hands come apart. So the first action of this is to come apart so you can come back together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Here's the cool part. That same concept works on our legs. So to bring our heels together, we have to do this combination. They come together on the 1, which means we have to actually move a little bit before the 1 happens. Now, with most class music, the music will go 5, 6, 7, 8. That's your precursor to how fast the music is going to be, so that tempo, as well as allowing your body to be prepared to move on the 1. So we're going to have our shift 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. And 2, and 3, and 4, just like our hands open and close. Okay, so that is what's happening for musical. Now, again, we keep that going. Here's another part that starts to mess up. So most people, when they're thinking about this, they stop, reset, and keep moving. But in music, it never stops. So you have to keep that rhythm, that beat going. So I'm going to quickly demonstrate what it looks like with a 4 and a 4. So again, if I have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1. So the way that I like to explain that part is it's a thing called the Newton's cradle. I just call it the Newton's balls, but basically it's a rack that holds a bunch of metal balls. And if you lift the one at the end, it hits and its energy force shoots the other one out. And so I like to think of my legs being like that as this one comes under me, I'm shooting out my other leg. That is how I can stay on time. It's when you stop, the energy has stopped, the force has stopped, and now you have to lift, and now you're behind the music. So think of it as like one is replacing the other. Okay, another way that I also teach this, and this is a little bit more of a technical aspect, is that when you close, don't think of closing, think of stepping. So 1 and 2 and 3 and step, and 1 and 2 and 3 and step on it, 1 and step on it, 1 and step and step and step and step and step. Okay, so now that I said that this combination is so musical, we actually can't really experience that unless we hear the music. So I'm gonna play a song for you. Okay, first I'm gonna introduce you to what 5, 6, 7, 8 sounds like. So here's the very beginning of a class piece of music. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you can hear how there's a little bit of a stronger note on that 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna set this down and we're gonna clap it. Okay, so we'd have 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. So I don't know if you noticed, but I was actually using the word and as I was counting. So when we count, we're counting quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, but to feel the second motion, because remember our battement dégagé has 2 actions, an out and an in. So why count something that has 2 actions in one count? So we cut that quarter note into an eighth note. So we have and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. That keeps us really steady so you don't accidentally speed up or go too slow. Actually, usually going too slow is the most common thing that happens. But we'd have that 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, so now let's do it with the music, the full combination. I'm gonna count it exactly how I did with the and, so you can experience it. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, step on it, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, step 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, step 4, 1, and 2, and 3, step 4, and 1, and 2, 1, and 2, and 1, and 1, and 1, and 1. Today, we tackled the universal dégagé combination. So my goal is that when you hear that from the teacher, you're now ready and prepared and can execute it very well. If you liked this video, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments about future videos or questions about this video, go ahead and put it in the comment section. And go ahead and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content. And remember, trust the process and enjoy your journey.